What you working on, John?
But just notching these old posts to fit down over the sleeves.
Would you fall down the stairs or something? You gotta put this.
I slid down over it. Just tight fit.
We're finally working on getting some railings on the stairs here. Well, you said they have to be between 36 and 38 inches high?
Off the nosing of the steps.
Because that's the
level one up here has to be at least 36 inches high.
Because that is the code. What's it getting stuck on?
Try to see. Oh, I know what it is. Just shorten this post. I gotta shorten this off the top here yet.
Yeah. Alright, back in the field.
So I'm going to turn these off. I'll take 2.5 off that.
Could have just used a chainsaw, right?
Pardon?
Why didn't you just use a chainsaw?
Torque red wall. Short the nose post.
Oh, there you go. Take 3. Yeah. Now stand like Captain Morgan, like he did on the roof.
That's it.
Still waiting for you to stand like Captain Morgan on it. There you go. So now that these are on, we put the posts up, right? Or the rest of the banister and all
Yeah,
that?
we'll set this one in.
I think it's so tall, but I guess that's normal. There we go. Look at that.
The other one.
So, and then this will just go straight across here.
Yeah, this will be a rosette on the wall. Let's face that over so it'll be about like that.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
And then the posts are down here. And then, so the same thing, there'll be another post on that side?
Yep, that'll get cut off square and notched into the floor there. We'll set a post down in the floor.
They're in there, and then,
Support it.
so nobody
It'll be
falls
fastened
over
to the
here.
wall with the rosette on the wall there.
And then eventually we will stain them. But, what are the things called that we're putting in between?
The baluster.
The balusters. Yeah. So the balusters are something like this. So you can see they still kind of wrapped. They'll go every few inches apart. So all the posts are installed. Are they installed the whole way, John?
No, they're just sitting, they're just sleeves sitting over the framing.
So what do we do next?
Stain it and then we'll screw them fast.
Oh, we stain them first.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we need, right? What's going on up here? Bad one. All right. We're getting ready for more assembly. So I guess staining will be next. And we've got espresso. Everybody likes espresso or any kind of coffee, so it'll match this flooring here. It's gonna be super pretty. So we're coloring the stairs, putting the stain on them overnight so it dries and we can keep the dogs off of them. So this will be what, a 3-night long process or so, John? Yeah. So get the color on tonight and then coat of poly for the next few nights.
Now, bring it up here once. Can you see it? Bring up this top. Alright, well, I'm back in Georgia. You know, nothing kind of went to plan this past week because Mother Nature had its own plans. So we spent all morning yesterday thawing out the frozen well head. We got heaters over there in the bathroom where the pressure tank is for the well, and we made a little tent around the well head itself with some plywood and plastic, and had a space heater blowing in there. So you know, a couple hours later, we finally got it thawed out and got water back to the house before any major damage, you know, took place.
They were record low temperatures. I think they said the coldest since, I heard 2018, but a lot of people are saying like 30 years or so.
Yeah, Monica said it hasn't been that cold in 30 years.
But yeah, horrible, disgusting, gross weather.
But it's Christmas. And we got our festive attire on.
Can't really see it. Here, I'll show yours, if you show mine. I bought John some, but they didn't fit him. But tomorrow he gets more. The kids will be here tomorrow, so.
The stairs are now stained in polyurethane.
And able to withhold traffic.
Light traffic. Still gotta give it a little bit more time to fully cure.
I don't know how much traffic you think it's gonna go on.
So now we're working on the railing, and what I did here to make it easy is I made a jig that will just slide against there. I'm gonna drill holes here so that we can line up. Can you even see my jig?
No, okay.
Yeah, I'll do it here. I'll do it here. So next I'm going to drill holes here at these marks to center the balusters. We have the wrought iron style, quote unquote, balusters. They're not actually wrought iron, they're hollow. But it gets one of the rectangular ones in the center and the straight ones on the other side.
Awesome.
So
John did an amazing job on these steps. He's
So what
been
else?
super busy this week.
So what I was thinking about while I was laying in bed is making a jig so that we can easily get consistent spacing as we set the holes across. We're going to start off with like an 1/8 inch pilot hole, and then we're going to take the laser level, fasten the handrail in place, and then set the laser level at each of these marks so we can mark straight up onto the bottom of the handrail and drill those.
Watch and learn. John, say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Here's your Santa hat. But take 2 on the granite. I know we said last time, or last video, we had some issues with the angle here at the Lazy Susan, and then we were also not very happy with some of the dark spots that were over here, but the company we dealt with made it right. Came back and took out everything and replaced it all, so we are super happy with it now.
And sealed.
Yes.
So once I replaced the granite, since it didn't come sealed, from the supplier, I did my research, and instead of like a spray-on seal that you got to put on like every couple months, I did my research, and this Stone Pro Ultimate Pro Sealer is supposed to be warranted for 25 years. So I applied that. I just poured a little bit directly onto the granite, and then used the applicator, spread it around smooth, let it set for about 5 minutes, and then wipe it off with a microfiber rag.
This is
I
one.
didn't think about videoing it when I did it, but I'll try to get some video when I do the bathroom vanities. I'll wait to do those until they replace the backsplash that they cut too short.
Yes. So on to the next. I have, for the most part, got my plant room finished. I have a few guys to move over here yet, but super happy with it. For those of you who care. All right, let's watch Sean make a mess.
So now that I got my jig set up, I'm just using an 1/8 inch bit to pilot all these holes.
You just go the whole way up.
Yep, just as tight against there, there, and there.
Well, why don't you, before you drill them all, put them in before
What's that?
Said before you do all of them, shouldn't you put one on to make sure it's good, or you're good?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't trust my math?
You've messed up before?
Blasphemy. It's a blasphemy.
Oh, there's Captain Morgan up there. There's his banister.
Van Gogh?
Am I in your way?
Yeah, you sit there on there.
How do you want? Just hold it?
Just sit on that plank.
Oh.
Our friend Lynn says that Dad looks like Vincent Van Gogh, but with both ears.
Come on. What is it? There it goes.
There's the first one.
Dump that outside, not on the floor. Minimal messes.
Yes, ma'am.
And a Christmas tree.
Alright, so my idea with this was, now that I have the holes piloted in all the treads, we set the handrail in place, put a piece of green tape on the bottom to make it easier to see our marks. I'm going to set the laser at each of my piloted holes. Then
Use that Sharpie, Sean.
and mark it on there. Where's the Sharpie? Brown one.
Can't find it.
And we'll make a mark up underneath. And we'll do that for each of the balusters.
Right here?
I don't know if I have a handrail sitting down in the center.
I don't think.
I don't know, look at that, I'll just set it
But this will make it easier. So I use my T-square, put the laser into that, and then take my Sharpie.
There you
Not
go.
a little quicker yet.
What are you doing? You big baby.
That's quicker and easier.
So what's the code for these? How far apart do they need to be smooth?
One step, I guess the new code is. They actually loosen it a hair to where you can get up to 4.5 inches between it, but overall, general rule of thumb, you shouldn't be able to fit a 4-inch feeder anywhere between the ballast.
Or your head?
What's that?
Or your head?
You know, because babies with 4-inch round heads could climb through, I guess. All right, we'll have to move up on the steps.
We can probably move once we're done, we can bring our whiskey barrels and put it in here.
But with these style of balusters that we're using. They're gonna be like 3 and 11/32 on center, about 3 1/3 to be precise. Because there's a
style.
Because we're having 3, they're gonna be spaced out 3 balusters per tread, and the tread cut's 10 inches. So you divide that into 3, you can get 30 or 3 1/3.
So are we gonna get anything to put on top of these then to protect them, or will they just be bare?
That's what the polyurethane's for.
Well, I didn't know if, like,
That's why I don't wear your baseball cleats and stuff. You walk around on the floor.
my golf shoes.
Yeah. Your golf shoes with the metal plates in.
Yeah. And then trim goes around this.
Yeah.
What you doing over there? Assemble Christmas presents?
Yep. I am marking the hair balusters to the size they need to be, so we will cut them and then install them. There's 3 different sizes. I was kind of just given the job.
All right, now that I have all of the handrails laid out, I am going to go back with this 5/8 Forstner bit and drill all of the holes in the treads where I have them piloted. That's done, and since it's Christmas, and Christina already swept the floor once today, I figured I'd give her a special extra Christmas present. Don't tell her yet. It's a surprise. Hey babe, what you doing?
My Christmas puzzle. What are you doing?
Making you some more sweeping to do because I know how much you love it.
It's my vacuum that's broken.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take the handrails off and start installing the balusters for the stairs.
What you doing there?
Drilling the one for going up the slope of the steps. You just take a cut off from the railing on the right angle, which is a 36.5 degrees, and use that as a guide. Lay your rail down the slope of the steps. Makes it easiest, and you're just drilling straight down. Need to use a good sharp spade bit and have a nice, gives you a nice clean hole. For that one.
Ready to stick it on?
Yep.
Just the bottom one? Or that's the
This
top
is
one?
right here at the top. I would like to get the one on the level one first.
Found my clamps now at least. Let's see what happens. They're all on for
Lower it down.
rocking on this one here. That one's like tight for some reason. I'm gonna cut these square ones.
Come on. You better get that one in there.
Which,
Is that the square one? Yeah, I have to cut that square one.
this one?
Yeah, all the old ones. Just gonna cut all of them. I'll take that out.
That one.
I'm gonna take that much. No, I'm gonna take that much off of all these square ones. This one's hitting. Because that's where we went wrong. I measured an inch to go up in, but really you're only going up.
3/4 at the most.
Yeah, about 3/4. And that's down here on the downhill side.
Yeah.
So I gotta. And then we use that to base our overall measurements off of that inch. So I mean inch till it gets to the second part. So you gotta take
We should have
level one right. Say over a half inch. Off from what I figured.
I was gonna jack this up. I had this one cut, well, I had this one cut first, and that one, it's hard to get your heights and everything. And I had this set, and then we decided, I wanted to make this one hit right in the middle. But to do that, and that one hit in the middle, but I had to have another 2 inches on that post, which I could have swapped, but now this one cut and used up here. We thought, well, that's high enough for that an old post. They could make it any higher. Didn't need to be a couple inches higher than that yet, so we just left it at that. This one will hit in the middle over here. I was happy with where it did here. I thought we were going to hit a lot lower on the back side of that, being up 2 risers. Yes, pleased with that where that one landed. Didn't land on that neck mold or anything.
Get some putty this color.
Christina's marker sticks are a different color.
Yep.
shiny floor underway. I do like this. So the reason that we didn't put the flooring that Sean has in his office in our hallway is because the hallway is more traffic, high traffic. And there's more of a chance for this to scratch easier than it would out there. So it's the same color, just a different texture to it.
Not that I want scratches in my office, but
You'll have less.
based on the square footage, it was like over $2 more a square foot. So we decided we'd just save the money.
Yeah.
I want to put some area rugs down anyway.
Yeah, we need them all over the house. So.
Which, by the way, if I had to rate the flooring, I'd give it like maybe a 3. I mean, it's a pretty nice, flooring overall, except the quality control sucks. Like it'd be nice if you don't mind lots of imperfections like knots and cracks and wormholes and things like that. And also if you don't mind like all like little pieces, like they give you like this many like little short ones compared to like this many long ones. It's a little ridiculous, and it's gonna look like a brick road here in a minute, but
That's all right.
It is what it is.
But anyways, so I guess we're not picking up the kids from the airport today because
Plans changed.
Every single airplane decided they didn't want to fly today and canceled. So I'm off to the store to buy some food and see the kids Wednesday morning, probably.
Yeah.
So, but
did we see the stairs since we were done? I think the last we had was a time lapse.
Yeah. You see the stairs.
Well, not quite done.
We
Done
gotta
all,
leave this part
all
up.
but about the top.
Yeah.
All but the top balcony here. We left this out mainly so we can have a straight shot to bring Dad's dresser up to the bedroom.
And because somebody...
And also because we ran a couple short on these little square ones here, so.
How'd that happen?
Well,
We didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, I didn't have actual measurements and actual spacings. I did an approximation, I think, which was like 4-inch on centers, but coming up the stairs ended up being like 3 1/4.
Sorry.
So it's so we ended a little bit short on those. We had extra of these, so we did have enough, but
It looks really good. I'm super happy with these.
is it sturdy?
Yep. And look, nobody is gonna fall. Alright. But yeah, so heading out for the day and we